Bro, the PA this month is going to be great. This week started out so good. This is a great first week for me. Honestly, I had my best trade at the end of this week, although the first day this week from Monday was kind of rough. It was pretty rough for me. I had a pretty big loss and ended up being in drawdown, but then the rest of this week just ended up it was just up from there. Honestly, I broke a lot of my rules though. I would say not a lot of my rules, only a few of my rules, not a lot. A few of my rules. I broke a few of my rules. I'm growing as a trader. I still have my minor mishaps of over trading or just not hopping into a trade in fear of holding trades. But this week kind of shows how like my what I do works. I would say. I mean, every strategy works. It's just a matter of your psychology of you holding the trade. So that's what I have to work on, honestly. But you'll see in this video how well these trades actually went and how bad these trades actually went, and also how my mindset was at the moment. Monday's PA, it just flew down. It just flew down, honestly. There was no entry for me here, so I didn't really care. I think we were close to all-time highs. I assume that I remember we were close to all-time highs, so it was just whatever. Like I didn't think that it was gonna fly down. I just thought that we were gonna go up. I don't really like trading all-time highs anyway. This was an entry point for me, but I didn't end up taking it, even though it broke structure. So it was just whatever to me, honestly, because it's Monday. I like to just observe the market, see how it's gonna move for the rest of the week. And I had another entry point here. I could have entered here. It broke structure, so it failed to make a new high. So I'm like, okay, let's go. And ended up pushing down even more, but I didn't really care. I'm like, it's whatever. I'm cool. I'm not tripping about it, even though any reverse as well. I could have bottom ticked it, but I was, it's fine. It's Monday. Like, Mondays are usually the days where I lose money sometimes because I tend to not really trade for real, honestly. Like, I just like fear of missing out, I would say. And market usually moves in one direction anyway, but it's whatever. Tuesday, another thing, it flew back down again. Just like Monday, it just flew back down. So I'm just observing the market, seeing where it wants to go. I have my time points, and I'm getting choppy a bit and then reversing back upwards. This was an entry right here, but I failed to take it because I was scared. Simple as that. I can't even like not admit that I was scared, and then I was low-key upset because you saw how I flew back up. It kept going. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? So I just decided just to sit and observe, maybe wait for a retest and retracement. Maybe I'll hop back in there. But the market was just going up, and I failed to do an entry right there, and it kept going up. See, I immediately took the money out. I'm like, that was stupid. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why did I do that? So I waited for the retest and waited for it to come back down. This is now a trend shift, so I waited for a little bit more for a nice little entry to enter into this trade. And finally I entered the trade. I was holding a bit. I was a bit nervous too, guys. I feel like as though I waited a little too long to enter the trade. Way too long. I waited way too long to enter this trade. Honestly, I should have entered way earlier, but I snagged just a small bit of profit at the end of it. But it was like a roller coaster of emotions, constantly seeing that money go back to break even. And then red, but I ended up just taking the $200, like whatever. But the market ended up flying my way. Hence why I told you at the start, like it was roller coasters of kind of psychology, where it's like I'm not holding onto my trades, and I did a BS trade to think that I could bottom tick the market, but I ended up taking profit anyway. I'm like, what am I doing? And then Wednesday's here. It's a cool little trade day. Wednesday. It's a bit choppy though. A bit choppy, a lot choppy actually. But there's finally entry right here. I did not take this entry. I should have taken it around this range, but I didn't. Around this candle, but I didn't take it. The market ended up just going my way and flying upwards and flying upwards and flying upwards. I could have easily passed my evals in those last two. I could have easily passed my evals. But I waited for this moment for my entry right here. I got a nice little retest. I ended up taking money out. No, not taking money out. I ended up holding trades for different accounts. And I made like around 400 on one account, 300 on another account, and 125 on a different account. It was a crazy scalp. This time, I would congratulate myself for actually taking the money out early because it actually kind of made sense at the moment. because the market ended up just flying back upwards and it didn't come back down to that range for the rest of the day. But I should have done better with entries. See, it just got choppy. That was it. So good thing I did take the money. Yeah, that's the only time I would say I did good for that, honestly. You know, but it's good though, because the market still ended up flying upwards. I could have maybe hopped in the trade later around that time. I'm like, it's whatever. I'll just secure the small wins that I have for now across all 3 of my accounts. I could have done better though, honestly, but it's whatever. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. It's cool. Okay, now the market kind of plummeted a bit. The rest of this week, the market just dropped and it continued to drop. I missed all of my entries. Like, I could have entered around this range, but I don't know why I didn't do it. Oh yeah, I woke up late today. That's why. I woke up late. But I could have easily made my profits and easily passed the eval. I should be on the funded by now, but I just keep missing these easy trades. And there's another entry right here where I missed it on a when it failed to make a new low. I could have easily entered on that break of structure and made a big profit, but I didn't do it. So I ended up taking this short right here, and the candle just kept going, and then I was mad again because I literally missed out on profit. Hence why the fear of holding a trade is the reason why I'm not like fully profitable. That's the reason why. It's not strategy. It's not even psychology. Like, it's psychology, of course, but it's not strategy or anything like that. It's truly just me not holding on to trades. Like, sometimes you just gotta hold on to it. Hold on to the trade. It's a good trade. It broke structure. It followed all of your rules that you wanted. But it's okay though, because Friday is honestly the best day I had trading. And I was actually very happy with the results for this week. Although I broke my trade window day. Like, my trade window is from 9:30 to 10. So I should have easily hopped into this trade right here. I should have hopped into this trade at the start of the market, but I have a rule, like, don't trade early market, because it's very volatile. But it's like, the move is right in front of your face. Why not take it? Even right here, this is a great setup, honestly. I could have taken that setup, but I didn't end up taking that one until later, and I made $400 on one account, and I was done. Like, I made $400 off that account, and I was done. I was done for the day. Like, for that account, honestly, I was like, I'm not gonna touch that account. That's my rule. Like, honestly, if I make around $400 or $500 plus on an account, don't trade anymore on that account. Just move on to the next one, and you can trade on the next one. And I kept missing moves. There's moves all over this place, bro, and I kept missing it. Friday was a very volatile day, honestly, but it's also very choppy, so I was actually trying to be careful as well. Ended up losing around $400 just now in that trade. Kind of ticked me off just a slight bit, and ended up going my way anyways. But it's like, it's whatever, bro. Like, I hopped into another trade. It was a roller coaster of emotions again, and I made a bit of profit though. I didn't want it to reverse on me, so I took profits out early. I still have that fear just for it to go my way again, and I hopped in another trade later in that day, and boom, I made some more profit again. So I was just doing a whole bunch of trades. I think I for sure overtraded. Like, honestly, I should have just held one trade and it would easily hit my TP. But later in the day, I hit a crazy top tick. Honestly, I hit a crazy top take, bro. You don't mind the other little trades that I made earlier. That's just me messing up my psychology. And this is on my second account, on MyFundedFutures. I hit a trade for $2,250. I was negative $1,400 after the entire day on Friday, just for me to hit this trade later in the day. Bro, like, honestly, and mind you, my homeboy walked in the room and we was just playing the game. I was like, let me just hit this trade. I'm like, whatever. If I blow that account, I blow that account. Because for me, if I'm down negative $1,400 on the account, I don't really care about the account anymore, because it'll take more time for me to actually recover that than to just buy a new account and start fresh. Feel me? So I'm like, okay, I had hit sell. I'm like, okay, I waited for the for it to fail to make a new high. I'm like, okay, it failed. Let me just enter right here. Entered right there, and it was just a banger trade, honestly. And that's my biggest trade yet. This boosted my confidence so much. I stopped trading after that. I was done. Like, I was like, I'm done. I have one account up 100, I have another account up 400, I have this account. So you see, like, this was a crazy week of trading for me, honestly. I have to do better with these mini scalps. My strategy clearly works. My psychology needs so much work though. Like, I need to work on my psychology so bad, because holding trades is very essential to me make profit. And I don't even have to hold trades for long, honestly. It doesn't take long for it to hit TP, especially with this type of PA. But you know what? It's whatever. We did pretty good this week. We ended up positive on these accounts, but it's cool. I know that the rest of this month, PA is going to be crazy, and I can't wait for it. See y'all next week. Peace.